Margie's going to tell us about the trip they took to Mexico, so if we ever want to go, we'll remember.
Tell the story.
All right, I'll start.
Come on over here.
I'll start it and she can finish.
Okay.
And I went to Mexico. We didn't know where we were going. We were just flying by the seat of our britches.
We knew exactly where
We knew we were going to stay the first night, and it was a darling old colonial hotel, right? Not too far from the old part, near the cathedral and near the.
Wasn't it called? What was it? Or something like that?
I don't know. But it had been an old convent
place,
and they turned it into a hotel. And we were getting off the aeroplane and walking. We had our carry-on luggage, and we were ready just to get in a taxi. And some guy said, "Oh, don't get a taxi. Just take the bus. They'll let you off right at the door of the hotel." So we went along
stupid
with it.
heads, we went along.
And they dropped us off, but it was across the plaza from our hotel.
And we couldn't speak any Spanish, so I'd say I had the map of Mexico, just a huge map, and I go up to this woman who's selling, like rolls and
corn on the cob.
And I've got this huge map of Mexico, and I said,
not Mexico City,
no, but Mexico,
the whole street.
The whole thing. And I'm going, do you know where Hidalgo Street is? She's going, Hidalgo? They're laughing. And they just about died, and they were laughing between them, you know, you could tell.
They knew the street
They
was
were
right
roaring.
There.
No, they didn't.
How do you pronounce it?
It's Hidalgo.
Well, cause
we're saying Hidalgo or something like
that.
that.
So then we had to go across this.
No.
It was like crossing a freeway to get across the street.
But we didn't do that. We had no idea where we were going. We ran into this guy and this woman.
On TV.
I'm just telling you. Anyway, I had blonde hair at the time. And this man, just glued himself to me, and he goes, "I will take you. Where are you going? I will take you." And next thing we knew, we were going across, it's like going across the 405 freeway. Kelly and I and Mom going, "Oh my God."
Carrying our luggage.
And he's got this woman with him. He says, "She is not my wife. She is not my wife." And then he proceeds to ask me out on a date.
I'm not blind.
And I just panic sets in.
He said, "You can take Mom."
Go ahead, I'm sorry. You can go over there,
I think you
Kate.
need to see this. I can't remember where we left off, but
Look at the vegetables, Jen.
Well, so this man asked you on a date.
So then I was in panic because he wanted to meet me, and I'm going, well, I don't know what my husband would say and all this kind of stuff. We get in our room, I said, oh my God, we're getting out of here. I said, I've got blonde hair. I've heard about these people, you know. Anyway, we were afraid. And I looked at the lock on the door. It was this great big huge door and this tiny little, teeny little lock. I mean, somewhere.
Well,
so then I started making plans to get out of there. And all of a sudden, we went to bed and were relaxed. But the next day...
No, wait a minute.
Well,
you missed the whole thing.
Well.
The music started.
Okay, Grandma's turn.
The music started. Oh my God. I opened the door, and the door was 10 feet tall, I'm sure. But I opened it just a crack, but the crack, made it long light through our room. And here they were having a fiesta out in the plaza.
The foyer of the hotel.
And this big fountain, they put wood and floor over it, and they were dancing up there. Clickety, clickety, click, these
and you
Spanish
opened the door,
dancers.
and a woman's skirt flew in the door.
It was that close to our door. Well,
we opened the door and we get this little throom of a skirt.
We were so disappointed that we had gone to bed and we missed the,
This was Saturday night. We had no idea. We ate about 5 o'clock,
Oh, you didn't know.
Oh, but anyway.
Now, where was this again?
It was in Mexico City.
Mexico City.
In this
okay.
darling hotel.
Oh,
on
goodness.
the Camino Real Highway, and I can't remember the name of the place. But it was
anyway,
one of the oldest in all of Mexico.
It was so
one story,
smoggy
that's why I
when we
stayed.
landed that Margie just could hardly breathe the next day.
Oh, yeah.
So she said, we got to get out of this town. So we went out to the desk, the front desk, and all these fellows were sitting, taxi drivers, wanting to take you on tours and stuff. So I said, how about taking us to Cuernavaca? Who would like to take us to Cuernavaca? Oh, they all. So we made a deal with this fellow to take us to Cuernavaca. So the first thing we knew, we were in this old Chevy on our way to Cuernavaca. Margie had to stop at the bank. So he dropped her off at the bank, and the police were running, go on, And we left her at the bank and had to go around the block 2 or 3 times.
Well, I went to the bank and the bank was not open. No abierto. And it was after 10 and I said, this man, I said, the bank's not open. And he goes, I said, it's supposed to open at 10 o'clock. And he goes, more or less, more or less. 10 o'clock, more or less. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, Jesus. And Mother and Kelly are circling Mexico City out in the meantime. And I am sitting at this desk with this man, and he's dusting off the desk. And everything's flying and lovely, and all this ceremony. And I'm like, God. So then we get out on the freeway. I'm not kidding you, in this Chevy with this guy. And he decides that he's going to get chiclets for Kelly, because she's about, what, 7 or 8?
7 or 8.
So he stops in the middle of the freeway, and I'm in his passenger side. I look back, and I see cars just flying by us on either side, and they're trying to decide what color chiclets, Mother and Kelly, in the back seat. And I looked, and I said, oh my God. Anything gets, and I just, the look on my face, I knew. And the guy was trying to be nice to Kelly, but it was one of the...
Oh, we had a great time. We got into Cuernavaca, and we drove up to this gorgeous hotel. We had called and made reservations from Mexico. Jacaranda. And we drove up in this old beat-up Chevrolet, and this gorgeous big gate with miles high, you know, just... And there was a gatekeeper sitting in a little booth. And he hops out in his little uniform and he opens his gates. We drive in this beautiful hotel.
Kelly called it the motel.
The motel.
And it was so beautiful. Oh,
The Mexican men would get up in the tree and shake. Get up in the morning.
there
they'd
wasn't
shake.
a leaf on the
No
ground.
leaves. They would get up in the morning and
And
you'd wake
shake.
up and you'd hear this little rustling and they were shaking the leaves out of the trees. That's how
Clean it was. And the food was wonderful. Oh, we had a great time.
I hated it.
Yeah, we hated to leave. Then we decided, well, we'd go on to Tasco. So we got another little, well, we were going to go on the bus. And so we went down to the bus station. And all the buses looked all beat up. And there wasn't any nice express buses. So we talked to this kid in a Volkswagen, and he decided he'd take us to Tasco.
And we picked him because of the religious symbol.
He had a road
Because some of them had dirty looking, nasty women, you know, and they're hanging in there. We went with the religious symbol.
The religious symbol,
But
okay.
he was the nicest kid.
Nice one.
And it was a beautiful trip from...
And he played Mexican music. We just bounced around the back of that car.
And when we got to Tasco, we had reservations at the Holiday Inn, and the Holiday Inn was on the top of a hill.
La Tapatia. Tapatia, wasn't it?
Oh,
Maybe it might have
anyway.
been Holiday Inn.
There was an escalator, a
Funicular.
funicula. And he drove us up to that funicula and said, going to dump us out. Well, there wasn't any action there. There wasn't anybody there to run it, so we didn't want to get out there.
And it looked real rusty, so I said, no.
We want to go up the hill.
And so he had to go around like this cobblestone. And he goes, oh. And he just like, with all his
He
might,
hated to drive his
hated to
car
do
up
it
there 'cause
because
it's hard
you
on
could
his
tell.
car.
Like,
It was like a long trip, huh?
We got up to the top.
Tapatia.
Yeah.
I'm running low on
Went in, there
battery.
was no water. No water. Margie called down to the office.
Where's the water? He says, the water she's gone. He will return at 4 o'clock.
The water's gone.
The water she's gone.
The water she is gone. The water she was
So we
gone.
knew that she would return.
Okay, well, we're going to pick this up again. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and
That's our
Story.
lovely trip.
So if you
sounds
go to
like fun.
Cuernavaca, be sure
We're
you
going to
go
learn
to Tasco.
Spanish
It's
before we
beautiful.
go next.
Okay.
Tasco's beautiful.
Tasco,
That
okay.
Beautiful cathedral on top of the hill, all with the gold leaf. All these rich silver miners built this beautiful cathedral.
Okay. Mama, what's your barbecue in there?
Well, we have zucchini and we have squash.
Good.
It's been marinated in wine. Well, I don't know if it's wine. Lemon juice, garlic, all kinds of goodies that Tom concocted. Olive oil.
Oh, good.
Kelly loves
Different kinds of
And we got
salt.
some chicken over here and hot dogs.
We have lots of chicken, and we've already cooked the chicken and the hot dog. We have wonderful potato salad that Grandma's cooked. We've got apricot pie. We've got, oh my gosh, we've got beans.
Hi, yummy, yum.
Yummy yum. Peyton has already had tasted it.
I can have my candy.
Oh, you can have your candy now.
Did you eat your dinner? Did you eat your dinner? Did? You're looking at me like you're not sure. Oh, look at that look. I think I know. Maybe you didn't eat all of it.
He ate his yogurt.
Did you eat some of it?
I'm so lucky. I didn't think I was gonna get you. I thought you were gonna get away. I think I'll bring you in a little.
What are you
further.
watching, Grandpa?
I think I'll squeeze you a little bit.
Who's winning?
I got me a little boy. I think I'm gonna eat him up now. I think I'm gonna eggs that'll get you. Don't come back. Oh!
I'll pick what's the final quarter, buddy. Fourth quarter.
I'm real hungry. I'm real hungry.
people do we have?
I'm real hungry. I'm real hungry.
Tom, you're making noise for the TV, I think.
Well,
Daddy?
these guys have been making noise.
Do you want a hot dog as well as chicken?
First, Grandma.
Oh, I think I'll have a little bean. A little bean on my plate. Whoops.
We're having a wonderful barbecue here. We've got some fresh apricot pies by none other than
Mark came by on the way to the
Grandma
beach and I
Gwen.
had just gotten them out of the oven and I cut one for him and I put some vanilla ice cream on. He just hemmed and hawed.
Oh, Mark Toohey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. He loved it. Wait, Grandpa, start over.
You're the only one that's heard this. No, Jennifer, are you listening?
Jennifer
I'm
and
listening.
Ernesto
Of course, I
haven't
can
heard it.
listen while I record
Anyway,
you.
he worked in this pickle factory. And he came home one day and he said, you know, I got the damnedest urge. Take out my penis and put it in that pickle cutter. She said, what is the matter with you? She said, you ought to get a psychiatrist. I said, well, I can. He came home a week later and said, I did it. She said, you're kidding. You really did it? Yeah. She said, well, what happened? She said, well, I got fired. So how about the pickle cutter? She got fired too.
Turn it off.
You want to do it?
No,
I can
we'll
remember.
wait. Go ahead.
I want to hear it, Barbie.
That's funny.
This priest was sitting on the park bench in Central Park, and he was sitting there, and all of a sudden this old guy came down and sat down next to him. And he was really tattered, and, you know, just a homeless sort, and he just looked pretty bad. And he had a bottle and a paper bag, the whole business, you know. And he sat down there, and he grabbed the newspaper that was sitting there on the bench, and started reading the newspaper, and looked over at the priest, and he said, how do you get arthritis? And the priest thought, oh, praise God, this is one way I'm going to be able to help this man. I'm going to help him. So he said, the reason you get arthritis is by living a real poor life, drinking and smoking and carousing with women and all that sort of stuff. That's how you get arthritis. So the guy went back to reading his paper and everything, and the priest thinking, oh, that wasn't really very nice for me to do that to that poor man. Here he has arthritis, and I've told him this, you know, thinking that maybe this would help him. And he said, he poked the old guy, and he says, he said, I'm really sorry. He said, that isn't really how you get arthritis. He said, how are you? Are you pretty disabled by the arthritis? He said, oh, me? He said, no, I haven't got arthritis. He said, I was just reading in here that the Pope's got arthritis. Okay, I got another.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Well, I got another one. Clinton and the Pope die at the same time. Is this just ironic? Anyway, and something gets really mixed up. Clinton goes up to heaven and the Pope goes to hell. I mean, this is... And St. Peter's up there, he's just pacing around. He is so upset that this has happened. So he finally gets things squared away. And he gets Clinton down in hell, and he gets the Pope up to heaven. And the Pope comes up, and St. Peter is apologizing, and he said, I am so sorry. And he said, the Pope said, it's all right, and everything. He said, but he said, is there anything I can do for you? And the Pope said, he said, I really would like to meet the Virgin Mary. And he said, well, he said, you're one day late.
That's terrible.
I didn't hear it. Tell me.
Oh, it's really bad.
Horrible. That's horrible.
Clinton's been there.
Is that terrible?
That's really bad.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's pretty
What's the other
good.
one?
Actually, he knows her in a biblical sense.
Oh, saying one rat said, I can take mouse traps and I can just eat them up, tear them up, spit them out. No problem.
Mouse traps?
Mouse traps. No, he's not afraid of them at all. So then the other rat says, hell, he said, I can go eat decon. He said, it just makes me stronger. He said, I can eat decon, doesn't make it nothing wrong with me. The other cat went, like that.
Rat?
Rat, yeah.
He
The other
says,
rat said, went off and fucked the cat.
that's terrible.
Yeah, you too.
Is that the daughter you raised?
That's not a nice one.
That's not a nice
I like the Pope.
Then you shake your down. And then your friends join you.